Good morning and welcome to this vlog for the Survivor Diaries. Where to start with this vlog? So vlogs are generally behind the scenes, and the purpose of this vlog is to answer a question that's been asked following on from the liar in court proceedings. As I intend to move more to answering questions about the episodes in vlogs going forwards. Just disclaiming, as I always do, I am a solicitor in England and Wales, so if you do not live in England and Wales, any laws that I'm referring to may not apply to you. Well, they will not apply to you because you're in a different jurisdiction. I can only give very general advice when I'm speaking on the videos, unless a solicitor has actually spoken to you about the unique aspects of your case. You have to understand that this is very general advice. Always follow the orders in your matter. And as always, I'm disclaiming that I'm following Pat Craven's model of the Dominator. This focuses on gender-based violence, which is a continuation of the patriarchal society, either through society beliefs or religious beliefs. So it's very much gender-based, and that is why I am going to keep referring into the abuser being male and the victim of the abuse being female. The reason I'm doing that is not just because I'm referring to Pat Craven's book, but because domestic abuse is an issue, gender-based, and it needs all of society to do something about it. As you may be able to tell, I've also been to the Wales's first survivor-led conference, which was on the 13th of September in Newport, organised by Rachel Williams. I am still reeling from that. I think it's 1 week and 2 days since that conference. I'm still incredibly humbled by the speakers and the people that I met at that conference. It was just an outstanding day. I feel very motivated from there to do more, and obviously this is the channel with which we are going to do more. Getting back then to the purpose of this vlog, it's following on from a question that was asked, following on from the liar in court proceedings, and assuming that the lies had been proven, can we refer to that being a type of abuse? Would the courts be okay with that being clarified as a type of abuse? So I'm going to ask you to refer first of all to, or we're going to refer to the practice direction again, practice direction 12J. And in paragraph 3 of practice direction 12J, which I'm hoping will flash up on the screen now, you can see that there's a very wide definition of abuse, quite rightly. So domestic abuse can include emotional, psychological, physical, obviously, sexual abuse, and all of the different things that can be classed as domestic abuse are set out in paragraph 3 of the practice direction. And any kind of undermining would be a form of psychological abuse, in my opinion. So if there were repeated referrals to children's services or to the school, or things being said about your care of the children, and this was happening repeatedly, which is a tactic of the abusive co-parent, to constantly undermine the other parent, then can you show that to the court? Yes, you can. So you show your evidence of these repeated referrals amounting to nothing, and when they can see the repeated referrals and evidence for the referrals, then they will see that these are vexatious claims, they are without merit, and therefore they will see the effect that that would have on anybody trying to be a new parent, which of course is very, very difficult for new parents, getting used to that without having lots of different referrals to children's services or the like. So you can show that as an abuse, as an undermining. I've seen courts in England and Wales using psychological abuse like that, or finding psychological abuse from that on the parent with care of the children, and that has a negative effect on the children. Obviously, if the mother in this case is anxious about these constant referrals, that's going to take away her attention and focus from the children, and ultimately it would cause a parent to become ill with that scrutiny and constant criticism. So use the practice direction to refer to what the lies are showing, okay, and how that they are undermining you. What the courts generally are looking for is something of a mystery figure. It's this perfect co-parenting relationship. And if you are in an abusive relationship, that's not going to be happening, because domestic abuse will always continue through the child arrangements unless it's addressed by the perpetrator. So the court's looking for this ideal that never gets to court because it is the ideal. So it's this perfect parenting, and you're working with Pat Craven's friend in that situation. There's an episode that we're going to do about men, and this is following on from something that I've taken away from the conference, which is about our need for more men who are non-abusive to stand up with us and to say that domestic abuse needs to stop, and to say it to their peers, say it to other men who may be being abusive. Digressing a little bit, so that's one of the episodes that we have got upcoming. The next episode, as I've promised for a while, will be on witness statements and how to present evidence, which is different, slightly different to the position statements, in that is where we are going to be filing the evidence. And here is where I'm going to set out how you can set out this evidence in your statement before you get to the final hearing or the fact-finding hearing, with the evidence, asking the court to make the different findings that you need. And that's where you'll be able to set out the lies, as I've referred to in the liar, and that is where you ask the court to make findings about things like undermining, psychological abuse, etc. Okay, so this is just a very, very quick vlog. Moving on now to recording an episode. Thank you very much again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Thank you very much, and bye.